I'm trying and ranking every single coffee shop in Austin, but that's not what I'm doing right now. I just visited my 10th country and I want to rate the coffee in all 10 countries. At number 10, we have Germany. Think gas station coffee about everywhere you go. Number 9, we have France. Yes, there is cafes everywhere, but there is good coffee just about nowhere. People, they're just chugging espresso shots without a care of whether or not it's a good one. As long as you have a cigarette, everyone's tongues are probably numb from all the cigarettes they're smoking. Now this one hurt for me, but number 8 is going to be Guatemala. I think it's just partially because yes, they do grow so much of the world's coffee, but so much of it is exported, and up until recently, they haven't necessarily been in the business of crafting and roasting coffee because people in their own homes make their own coffee. You don't go to a coffee shop. And so I stayed with the host family and I went to a couple of coffee shops, but I just didn't necessarily have an amazing coffee experience, but I've had amazing Guatemalan roasts outside of Guatemala. Number 7, we have Spain. I did have a good cup or coffee or two, but across all of the coffees, just being able to get a lot of good coffee, kind of similar with France. Lots of cafes, lots of cigarettes, lots of espresso shots, not a lot of great coffee. But I did have 1 or 2 really good cups. Number 6, I have the United Arab Emirates. Number 5, we have Mexico, whether it was in Mexico City, Puerto Vallarta, Puerto Escondido, or even Cancun. I had really good coffee just about every place in Mexico that I visited. Number 4, we have England. And the only reason that England is rated this high is because of the Australians. The Australians who live in England really know their stuff about coffee. The English do not. English, they're drinking instant coffee and tea. Number 3, we have India. Now, Indian coffee is going to be very different than anything you've probably had in the US. They do something called filter coffee, and it comes in a little shot with a little bit of milk. You've maybe seen me drinking one here when I record videos, but delicious coffee across the country. Number 2, we do have the United States. We have just done so much research into what makes great coffee, and I'm sure it has a bit to do that we have the financials to be able to spend a lot of money on coffee technology and research and visiting other countries to try their coffee. But I mean, even Austin itself is, to me, I would consider a coffee hub in the United States, definitely up there with like Seattle. Yeah, some of the best coffee I've ever had has been right here in Austin. Number 1, undisputed best, we have Costa Rica. From the first time that I had visited, the coffee I had there was just amazing, versus the time I'd gone back, being able to visit actual coffee farms and trying a variety of different roasts, from their drip coffee to even their espresso, even that's not traditionally how a Costa Rican would drink.